For today's headlines, Dishonest Leni, kinakahoy kami according to some presidential bets. Almarinez DQ case readied. PNP ready to probe alleged sex tape. Tulfo disqualification filed with poll body. Lead time needed for booster catch-ups. Magat Dam gate still open. Alido and Carlos join Caliraya Springs tilt. Ukraine vows to fight to the end in Mariupol as ultimatum expires. Good morning, I am Venice Bautista and this is Tribune News on Q. Today is April 18, 2022 and these are the latest news this Monday morning. Presidential aspirant Senator Panfilo Ping Lacson, Manila Mayor Francisco Isko Moreno Domagoso, and Norberto Gonzales on Easter Sunday lambasted Vice President Leni Robredo for dishonesty, alleged ties with communist groups, and for purportedly cannibalizing their supporter base. The three appeared in a joint press conference at the Manila Peninsula to declare that they will unite and not withdraw from the presidential derby. The event quickly turned into a Leni bashing session. Ping, Isko, and Gonzales called on Leni to withdraw from the presidential derby for fooling them and the public over her campaign to field a unified candidate against survey frontrunner Bongbong Marcos. Senator Manny Pacquiao and former presidential spokesperson Ernesto Abella were also invited but were no shows. Mostly speaking in Filipino, Ping, Isko, and Gonzales said that among them and their other fellow candidates like Bongbong, only Leni cannot be entrusted with the presidency because she cannot be trusted. Now an independent candidate, Ping accused Leni and her camp of back-channeling efforts to convince the other palace bets to withdraw. Apparently stung by former Speaker Pantaleon Bebot Alvarez's Partido Reforma dropping him like a hot potato and switching to Leni, Ping said her people have been raiding the ranks of their supporters. Senators added that it also happened to Mayor Isko with his Ikaw Muna, the pro-Isko group, which switched to Leni. A congressional aspirant from San Pedro, Laguna may face jail time or disqualification or both for allegedly campaigning during the Holy Week. Online photos and videos of Dave Almarinez and his wife, the actress Aramina, purportedly showed the two handing out bottled water on Monday, Thursday to churchgoers. The bottled water reportedly bore the image of Almarinez, his name, and his corresponding ballot number. Almarinez also allegedly set up a tent festooned with his campaign posters 500 meters away from the diocesan shrine of Jesus in Barangay Landayan. The San Pedro police have already prepared a complaint against Almarinez to be submitted to the Commission on Elections, a source told Daily Tribune. The complaint is for alleged violation of COMELEC Resolution 10730, Section 3, which prohibits campaigning on Monday, Thursday, and Good Friday and the eve of the elections. Campaigning on Monday, Thursday, and Good Friday is also a violation of the Omnibus Election Code, penalized under Sections 263 and 264. Vice President Leni Robredo and her family need to file a formal complaint with the Philippine National Police before it could investigate the alleged sex tape video that surfaced on social media that allegedly involved her eldest daughter. Lieutenant Michelle Sabino, spokesperson of the PNP Anti-Cybercrime Group or ACG, said they are ready to probe the matter and track down the main propagator of the video. The official said they are simply awaiting the request from the Vice President's camp or from the Robredo family to enable them to initiate the investigation. This is not the first time the PNP ACG assisted a candidate in this year's elections over cyber issues. It helped identify the source of the alleged assassination plot against presidential aspirant Bongbong Marcos. Sabino said they are willing to assist in bringing to light the identity of the personality or personalities that are involved in the matter. Barry Gutierrez, spokesperson of the Office of the Vice President, said they have already reported the video to the authorities. He also denounced the spreading of its leaks as direct and vile amid their progress in their campaign activities. As this developed, senatorial candidate and former PNP chief Guillermo Eleazar said the proliferation of a fabricated video targeting Leni's eldest daughter highlights vulnerabilities of the government in securing a cyberspace and protecting netizens. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Elections na nananawagan po ng pagkakaisa. Ako po si Sara Duterte. Handa po akong magserbisyo sa ating bayan. Hinihingi ko po ang tulong at suporta ninyo para sa pagka-vice presidente ng ating bansa.
We're back on Tribune News on Q. The Commission on Elections has received a petition seeking the disqualification of broadcaster Rafi Tulfo from the senatorial race due to a libel conviction. In the petition filed before the poll body on April 12, Julieta Licup Pearson said the crime of libel is considered to be one involving moral turpitude, which serves as a ground for his disqualification from seeking an elective post. Earlier, the Public Attorney's Office, or PAO, invoked Section 12 of the Omnibus Election Code, or OEC, to disqualify Tulfo from running in the upcoming national elections. Under Section 12 of the OEC, an individual convicted of a crime involving moral turpitude cannot run for public office. The basis of the PAO, which is under Presida Rueda Acosta, to disqualify Tulfo from running for a Senate seat was due to his conviction for libel, a crime involving moral turpitude. In the petition, Licup said Tulfo broadcasted over YouTube and a television station a segment that violated the Fair Election Act by showing prohibited propaganda in support of his candidacy. Joey Concepcion, presidential advisor for entrepreneurship and Go Negosyo founder, called on government and health officials to provide areas throughout the country ample lead time to raise their rates of vaccination, including the provision of booster shots, when they decide to redefine the term fully vaccinated. Concepcion made the call following the claim by Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergire that some policies, including the determination of alert levels, will be affected once the agency updates the term fully vaccinated to include booster doses. The businessman stressed the need to maintain low alert levels in the safest way possible as the country's economy remains in recovery phase from the effects of the pandemic. Presently, an area with 70% fully vaccinated rate and 80% vaccinated rate for A2 category can be placed under Alert Level 1. Concepcion said the move would also help the government save at least 80 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines worth around 40 billion pesos and avoid the possibility of experiencing the surge happening in other countries due to the emergence of various coronavirus variants. Meanwhile, the Weather Bureau yesterday reported one gate of Magat Dam remains open to release water caused by continuous rainfall in the past 3 weeks. The dam, which straddles Ifugao and Isabela provinces, has one gate open at 2 meters, higher than the 1 meter opening on Saturday. The gate was left open to prevent water from rising beyond Magat Dam's normal spilling level of 193 meters, which can cause flash floods in nearby Isabela and Cagayan provinces. The flood forecasting and warning section said water level at the dam's reservoir was at 190.91 meters as of 6 a.m. on Sunday, a 0.15 meter decrease over the 191.06 meter reading on Saturday morning. Magat Dam's normal high water level or spilling level is at 193 meters. Meanwhile, the water level at Angat Dam in Bulacan continued to go down and reached 195.10 meters as of 6 a.m. on Sunday. This is way below the 212-meter normal high water level of Angat Dam. Tribune News on Q will be back. Stay with us.
Boses natin sa Kongreso, PG Party List. Kasangga mo, balot 108 iboto. PG Party List, basic good. Atin to, magkaisa ng makinig ang mga hinaing. Young and active leaders sa Kongreso, ang boses natin. Tandaan at iboto, balot ang 108. Civilian realize the projects we dreamed of. PG Party List, vote 108 na. PG Party List, kasangga mo, balot 108 iboto. PG Party List, boses natin sa Kongreso. PG Party List, kasangga mo, balot 108 iboto. PG Party List, basic good. Atin to, PG Party List, atin to.
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
Vaccination, isolation, gotta keep up with my nutrition, gotta maintain my body condition, then I can take my vaccination. What do I choose? What do I take? As long as it is not a fake. AstraZeneca, Moderna, BioNTech, even Sinovac, okay na. Babakuna ka ba, 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 babakuna ka ba. Vaccination for the nation, no more isolation. With vaccination, babakuna ka ba, 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 paturok, paturok.
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
You are still watching Tribune News on Q. Alido returns to action in the ICTSI Caliraya Springs Championship slated Tuesday in Cavinti, Laguna. The 21-year-old Rising Stars skipped the season's kickoff leg at Luisita last month and played in the Asian Tour and the Asian Development Tour tournaments held in India. Alido posted his maiden win at the PGT Riviera Invitational in 2020, routing Jobim Carlos by 9 shots. Carlos is also in the field that will miss Miguel Tabuena, who won at Luisita. The Caliraya Springs Golf Club is hosting its first major tournament. Held simultaneously with the PGT is the 54-hole Ladies PGT, also set off to fire on the same day, with Chanel Avaricio seeking a second straight championship. Meanwhile, Ukraine on Sunday vowed to fight to the end in Mariupol after a Russian ultimatum expired for remaining forces to surrender in the Black Sea port city, where Moscow is pushing for a major strategic victory. Moscow has shifted its military focus to gaining control of the eastern Donbas region and forging a land corridor to already annexed Crimea. Russia's defense ministry said there were up to 400 mercenaries inside the encircled Azovstal steel plant, calling on Ukrainian forces inside to lay down their arms and surrender in order to save their lives. Moscow claims Kyiv has ordered fighters of the nationalist Azov battalion to shoot on the spot anyone wanting to surrender. And that wraps up the stories this morning. But before we go, we would like to thank the following: SM Store, Araneta City, Department of Tourism, MG Motors, Hina Motors, Security Bank, Empire Eastern Holdings Incorporated, and Overseas Community Affairs Council member Alan Lin of Republic of China for their continued support. Again, this is Venice Bautista on Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good morning.
Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. Download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS and Google Play for Android to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune invites you to join its Viber community, Katribu, to get updates on the hottest news on politics, business, sports, lifestyle, and entertainment. Emoticons of the Tribune mascot Tarsito are available on our community Viber.